Choose prayer or modern medical science. Dr. Turek, tonight you're diagnosed with cancer. If you could choose prayer or modern medical science, which would you rather have? Yes. You can only choose one. No, you can have prayer or you can choose science. You only have one. Would you rather have those doctors treat you with chemotherapy, or would you rather have a team of priests treat you with prayer?
You're about to watch a crazy exchange where this atheist student tries to trap Frank Turek, trick him, and back him into a corner. But
yeah, I was trying to trick him by asking him a question about which would you rather if you could only choose one of these. But he's trying to trick him or something. So we're gonna get into it. Brantley, this is the Punk Apostate. Let's go. All right, let me see here. So, let me see what we got. So like I said, this is some video. I'd never seen this dude before. He's some guy. He's like responding to a Frank Turek video. I've kind of gotten into these Frank Turek videos lately, because it's funny too. Because so many people, of these fundies and whatnot, they'll point to like Frank Turek is like the guy that has all of the answers and whatnot, and he shuts everybody down. So I just kind of wanted to get into it.
Dr. Turek, tonight you're diagnosed with cancer. If you could choose prayer or modern medical science, which would you rather have? Yes. You can only choose one. No, you can have prayer or you can choose science. You only have one. Would you rather have those doctors treat you with chemotherapy, or would you rather have a team of priests treat you with prayer?
You're about to watch a crazy.
Okay, so I feel like that's a pretty fair question, right? I feel like being like, okay, which would you rather? And it's just an attempt to be like, what do you have? What do you believe in more? Do you believe in like the actual medical system that we actually have evidence for? Or are you going to believe in the prayer, the thing that you pretend like you have more faith in? But it was just meant to get you to actually be honest about that, right? But anyway.
Crazy exchange where this atheist student tries to trap Frank Turek, trick him, and back him into a corner, but it horribly backfires.
It's not a trick, man. It's just a question. It's just, the whole idea is just to get him to like say one or the other, because we all know he's arguing for one, but he believes in the other way more.
Check it out.
Who said I can only have one?
My question presumes you can only have one.
It's a false question.
It's a false question? What are you talking about, man? It's so basically you can't answer the question and actually be honest. It's a false question. It's a hypothetical, man. What are you talking about? I don't want to answer. No, I don't. No, I don't answer. I reject the premise of the question. It's not an argument, so you can't reject anything.
I can have both, and I should have both, because are you?
I get to have both. I can do whatever I want.
Suggesting that God can't work through doctors, or are you saying that? What are you trying to get at?
Professor Turek, my implication is that if you wouldn't immediately jump to the chance to say, I would only rather have prayer, that displays nothing other than a lack of faith. You should be more than happy to say, I don't care about.
It was about to swear right there. It's like, I don't give a fuck. Sorry.
Modern medical science or anything other than.
No, I'm
not going to do it.
God will heal me, and God will take care of me only through the power of prayer. And I'm confident, since you are a devout and a serious Christian, and I respect you for that, and as should everyone here, you're going to tell everyone here, forget science. We don't care about any of it. God will take care of us as long as we pray to Him.
Wrong theology, because
wrong theology?
Before I need medical care, I need food. And I rely on farmers that make corn here in Cornhusker land. I'm not growing my own corn. Okay. I don't have time to do that. I rely on them. I'm not going to sit around and say, God, give me some corn.
You've already told us.
What are you talking about? It's so crazy how he manages to not ever stay on task here. What the fuck does farming have to do with it? And we're not saying like, would you, what the fuck? I don't even know like what, I'm trying to figure out like where even his mind is going right now. He's just like, oh no, I wouldn't rather the science, I wouldn't rather the prayer over the science because farmers are a thing that, you know, we know we need farmers. So that's why fucking what, man? Just answer the goddamn question. You can't. You know why? Because it proves that you're full of fucking shit and you don't actually have faith in the thing that you're acting like is so fucking fundamental, which is the whole point of that question.
God is timeless, so time is nothing. We're waiting for your prayer.
I'm not following you, Cody.
Yeah, you're not. No, you are, but you're just got nothing.
What are you suggesting? We live in the world where we have a community, and God has put us in this community, and we rely on one another for certain services.
Not the point of the question, man. What would you rather, medical science or prayer? What the fuck does any of this have to do with anything that he's asked, man? It's amazing. It's like that jingly case. Looking at the jingly case over here, guys.
Whether it's doctors, whether it's farmers, whether it's grocers, whether it's attorneys, whether it's teachers, we all interact. What? We don't say, God, do everything for me. In fact, Jesus was tempted by Satan, remember? Throw yourself down and God will save you. And Jesus knew, of course, that Satan was taking that verse out of context. And he said, you shall not put the Lord your God to the test.
What the fuck are you talking about, man? Jesus. And this guy, this genius over here is like, man, this is like the best fucking response ever. You believe this guy? He just atheist destroyed, all caps, bro.
A lot of atheists like to create this false dichotomy between God and science. They always set these concepts up like they're competing. It's like if you take that logic, when God said to Adam, be fruitful and multiply, Adam would have just got on his knees and started praying for a child. God would have been looked at him like, you go and get busy with your wife. Like that's how you're gonna do it, because God is the creator. Again,
like completely missing the point. Like he wasn't saying. He was just saying, if you could choose one or the other, man, which would it be? Prayer, which doesn't work, or medical science, which does? Which is it, dude? And they have to do this. Well, you know, it's the same. Like God helps those that help themselves, because then you don't need help from God. So it's kind of works out. It's weird how it works out like that. It's just perfect. It works out great. It's amazing. God damn. All right, who won today? How are we all doing? I'm gonna Lynn won today. All right. Hey, how we doing? Guilty. Nuh-uh, really? Did that just I haven't been watching the news. I was working on a video all day. Wow, nuh-uh, really? Trump is guilty on all counts. He was really? So charges have been filed? Like, oh my god. Hold on. Is there fuck? What am I even doing? Fuck Frank Turek. Do we have like a thing where we can see the Trump news? Let me see here. Let's see what we can do here. How's it? Everybody doing all right? Yeah, and I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stay live. My schedule's sort of all over the place right now, and so whenever the dog starts barking because my partner's home, I'll have to bolt. But I figure we could hang out for a little bit, and because it's been tough. This is a tough week. I haven't gotten to hang out, and it's miss you guys, y'all. I should say, not just the guys. I miss the ladies too. Miss all of you, you know, and the non-binary. I miss them all. I miss all y'all. So, hey, and Brian Cloud's here. Hey, what's up, man? The one of two of the Ray Comfort butt banana. Wait, what's it? The Comfort dildo, the Ray Comfort dildo. I don't know the name of it. It's the level that's the higher level, right? It's not the handcuffs and lube, the next level up, which is the Ray Comfort stick. is a banana. I don't know what it's called. I can't remember. Something about Ray Comfort's dick being a banana or something. I don't know. Fuck. Who knows, right? Anyway, thanks, bud. That's it. That was the point of all of that. Anyway, let's see here. Oh, that's what I was doing. I'll keep this. You're distracting me with the. Yeah, y'all are the ones distracting me. Let's see. All right, let's see. Trump guilty. Can we do Trump guilty? Did I spell guilty wrong? All right, here we go. Oh, it's live.
And it's okay. I'm fighting for our country. I'm fighting for our Constitution. Our whole country is being rigged right now. This was done by the Biden administration.
Ah, I fucking knew it. I knew he was going to do this.
An opponent, a political opponent.
That's what I was going to say. This is like, so this is actually possibly not a good thing because, I mean, it has to happen, right? But he's just going to say that this is a fucking political hit job, even though it has nothing to do with politics. This is just him being held accountable. But it just worries me if he's able to like fucking use this to say, oh no, I you know, they're just coming after me as a political hit job. Right. And oh God, it freaks me out, you know?
And I think it's just a disgrace. And we'll keep fighting. We'll fight till the end and we'll win because our country's gone to hell. We don't have the same country anymore. We have a divided mess.
Yeah, you're not responsible for that or anything, you fucking dumb shit.
Serious decline. Millions and millions of people pouring into our country right now from prisons and from mental institutions, terrorists.
What? They're pouring into Jesus Christ, Joe. What a fucking idiot.
And they're taking over our country. We have a country that's in big trouble. But this was a rigged.
All right, I don't really want to hear his thoughts on the matter. Where's just the fucking oh the Fox News? Let's go to the you guys. You want to see Fox News freaking out? What the fuck? I can't find it. Let's see. Trump judge faces a serious problem if court returns guilty verdict. Of course, right? Let's see what else we got here. Yeah. Oh, that's the live one. Damn, were those the only ones? Oh, okay. Sorry, just like let's see. Live now. It's still live. I want live. Let's do it more regular AP news. What is this? What is this now? There's nothing. I just got live. When they said live, I thought they meant something else. But all right, anyway, that's cool. I was just gonna watch the thing, what I said. What else do you want to do? Well, ancient history outside of the Bible confirms the res. That's not how the word confirms works. Art. What? 7 shocking proofs that Noah's Ark was an actual event. All right, let's do that. It's only 4 minutes.
Ready.
But let me see what y'all are saying, because let's just you know. I know I'm like all over the place today, but here, where is it? Dude, that's crazy. So Trump is guilty on all counts. Pragmatic. How we doing? Said yes. Michael said huzzah. But will that keep him out of office? I don't know. I kind of feel like it won't, but I don't know. I mean, people said, but see, this is the thing. That's why I can't ever trust Republicans when they say stuff. So the polls have showed, like they asked that as one of the questions, right? Was that if Trump is found guilty, will your support for him decline? And a lot of people said if he's actually charged, then yes, then we will not support him or whatever. So that was a big part of the, of those polls, whatever. So, but they always seem to just kick the goalpost down the fucking field every single time. Oh no, yeah, no, hey, look, hey, I'm a reasonable guy. If he's charged, I will, yeah, yes, I will stop supporting. And then he's charged, and then they're like, well, that was kind of, I think Biden is behind this. Okay. Now I know what I said, that if he was charged, I wouldn't, but these are stupid charges. Okay. So I don't think I have to stick with what I was saying before, because what I just said just now, it's that kind of stuff. They just like flip the script at the last second, just kick the goalpost even further down the line. Well, he's charged, but Sir Biden charged him, so it's really just political hit job. Pragmatic said, Michael, I'm smiling from ear to ear. Hell yeah, dude. Lynn said no, but there was a ton of polling about people who wouldn't vote for him if criminally convicted. Maybe it's enough. Yeah, and I agree. And that's funny. That's what you're talking about. I was like literally just saying that. Yeah, he can still run. Really? That's funny. So it doesn't matter if you've literally sent a rabid base of nutbags to like attack the Capitol and in an attempt to subvert an election. I feel like we always forget this part. Like, it's not like he just, like, they all just went running there and got all angry or whatever. It was to subvert an election. It was so that he could steal a fucking election. And yet we're like, but yeah, you can run again. It's cool. I'm sure you won't do. You learned your lesson, right? You learned it this time, buddy. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You get out there and run your little butt off. Jesus fucking Christ. All right, let's see. Yeah, I think you're right. I think the conviction definitely will sway quite a few. I'm really hoping that was it. That's the thing. Because honestly, dude, like nothing yet. Like Biden's fine, whatever, but I just don't feel like he is somebody that people that don't care are going to run out and vote for. You know what I mean? But if we have criminal charges and stuff like that on Trump, people that don't care will run out and vote against Trump, right? That might be, because that's what happened last time. I don't think Biden beat Trump necessarily. I think Trump beat himself basically, because everybody just didn't want Trump. They didn't really give a shit who was running against him, right? It was just get Trump the fuck out of there. The dude's psycho, right? So I don't know. Let's see. There are Pragmatic said there are no limitations based on character or criminal record. While some states prohibit felons from running for state and local office, that's funny. That you can't be a mayor, but you can be a fucking president with a felony. These laws do not apply to federal offices. That's so fascinating. Jesus Christ. Hey, Steven, what's up? How we doing? You're only 5 minutes late. That's right. And this is random. I'm just, might end abrupt. We're going to see. We're going to see how it all goes. But yeah, we're just hanging out. Just wanted to go live. See y'all. Say what's up. Pragmatic, what's up? Said the Republican and Democratic parties have guaranteed spots on general election ballots in every state, and the parties tell election officials whose name to put in their spot. Okay, so that's, you're basically saying even if, okay, I think I see what you're saying. Their names would still be on there, right? Pragmatic Crystal said states could, in theory, try to keep Mr. Trump off the ballot by passing legislation requiring a clean criminal record. But this would be be a legally shaky ground. Yeah, on legally shaky ground. Yeah, dude, I don't think that's gonna work. I think we might. I mean, and I think look, if we just keep it from right here, I wouldn't push it too much further, because again, this stuff can backfire if they can make it seem like he's being attacked but which they're going to. They're going to try to anyway, right? But I think there's enough rational people in this country that can see through that obvious bullshit that he's just being held accountable for crimes that he fucking committed, and he's trying really hard to turn it into this poor me thing. Michael Bell said he's intellectually dishonest. Well, yeah, he is. Yeah. Wait, who are you talking about? Frank Turek? Yeah. Brian said felons can't vote. No. Well, yeah, which is crazy. They can't vote, but they can become president though, as long as you're a billionaire. That's funny. And see, this comment makes more sense now. Now that I know everything that's going on. Let's see. James said, "Hello, everybody." There's a little shaky hand. Right. Hey, Jess, what's up? How we doing? So cool. Let's see. Lynn said he's been saying that all along, and the world as a whole hadn't believed him yet. Who said that? Oh, the felony scam, or I don't know. Let's see. Fox News. Fox News might be crying. I know. I was gonna say we could put it on some Fox News and see what's going on. But I always get fucking what do you call those things with the Fox copyright? You know, it's because it's not news, it's just entertainment, right? So I get dinged. I bet Lynn said MSNBC seemed giddy. They seemed giddy. They all looked like they just did like a couple bumps of cocaine. Let's see, Project 2025 is a real thing, James. Yeah, it is. It is. I've heard several people talk about it. I was looking into it a little bit myself, but still got to do a little bit more digging. Hell yeah, the sequel is here for it too. Trump is guilty on all 34 fucking counts, dude. That's crazy, man. Hell yeah. Hey, all right. All sorts of people. Everybody's doing fantastic now that Trump's been arrested and he's going to prison forever. What? Oh, he's not. Oh, nope. No, scratch that. I guess he's not going to prison forever. No, not at all. Well, that's fucking disappointing. That's kind of. I was kind of hoping for the prison part, right? What's up? Steven said a felon can't vote, but they can hold political office. Yep. Yeah. As long as you got enough money. I don't want him to win, but to see him on Skype from prison talking to other heads of state. That's funny. Good. Yeah, he's doing great. Good. Let's see what this guy's doing.
To be mind blown by these 7 jaw-dropping proofs that will make you a believer in Noah's Ark. Without further ado, let's get started. Let's discover
that will make you
7
a believer.
mind-blowing proofs that.
Are y'all ready to have your mind blown to see the proof of Noah's Ark? Let's do it.
Support the idea that Noah's Ark was a real historical event. Join us as we dive into the evidence provided by Answers in Genesis that will.
Oh, hold on. Is this like some small dude? No, 8.6 thousand. He's still bigger than me. All right, so I feel like that's still fair game.
Leave you all in awe of biblical account
This guy.
from geological.
Dude, you gotta be able to go back and. Dude, just. You gotta fucking go back and re-record that shit, man. Like you messed up like 7 times. Just hit the little reset button, man. It's cool.
Cool findings to scientific analysis. These revelations will challenge your understanding of this ancient tale. Watch now and prepare to be amazed by these 7 crazy Noah's Ark proofs that you won't believe.
That you won't.
You know that
was true. That's the only part is the last part that's true. Yep. We won't believe. We won't believe. And you should get rid of the little bubble things. Nobody does that anymore, dude. You don't do the bubble. Okay. You just got to be everybody just already knows who you are because they're on your channel. So you don't put the bubble, right? Ember knows. That's what she was saying, right? She agrees about that. Is it hypnosis he's trying? What? Who's trying? What? Hold on. Wait, Grand Theft Auto, what's up, dude? So just saw the title of this guy's video. Did they find the ark again? Yeah, yes. They found it. They keep on finding it just over and over and over again. Some states prevent people with criminal records from voting. Yeah, from voting, not running. Jesus. Grand Theft Auto said, hey, everyone, really, Trump guilty. Celebrate good time. What's the sentence? A slap on the wrist? And yeah, probably. I'm sure. Oh, well, they do sentencing next, right? We don't know sentencing yet. To be time served, which is 0. He hasn't done any time yet or anything, or never will. He won't. That's no.
Noah Ark actually exists. Now let's dive into the 7 crazy Noah Ark proof that you won't believe. Number 1.
Right, that's true. It's the 7 proofs that I won't believe. You've got, man, you're good at this. You're good at this.
The first proof is the global flood myth that exists in various cultures and around the world.
Really?
This widespread myth suggests a common shared experience of a catastrophic flood, aligning with the biblical story of Noah's Ark. Number 2.
What, that was it? Oh, just stories. There's stories that are kind of like Noah's Ark. Yeah, because that story was literally taken from other earlier stories. So yeah, and floods are quite common. So I'm sure there's going to be plenty of stories about floods.
Next up is the geological evidence, such as the discovery of the marine fossils on the mountains, like the Mount Ararat in Turkey, where the Noah Ark is said to have
Ararat
landed according to the Bible, providing compelling support for the Ark's existence.
Wait, what was that? I said geological. Hold on.
Ararat in. Next up is the geological evidence, such as the discovery of the marine fossils on the mountains, like the Mount Ararat.
Oh, he's saying just finding marine fossils in the mountains. It's funny too, because this one did used to get me until I, learned how mountains form because of plate tectonics and all that type of stuff, right? They come out of the ocean, right? So it makes perfect sense that they would have like skeletons and stuff from marine animals in the mountains because they came up out of the water anyway.
In Turkey, where the Noah Ark is said to have landed according to the Bible, providing compelling support for the Ark's existence. Moving on to the historical account,
there's nothing there.
Ancient texts that mention a massive wooden vessel saving humans and animals from the Great Flood. These accounts added another layer of credibility to the story of Noah's Ark. Another intriguing proof.
What stories? Hold on. This dude is just rattling through these things.
And animals' existence. Moving on to the historical account, an ancient text that mentioned a massive wooden vessel saving humans and animals from the Great Flood.
Then we're going to move on to the next one, and it is a historical account. It's one of the historical accounts. Okay, it's historical. And there's an account somewhere. Don't ask what it is. Don't ask me for any specific. I'm not going to say anything about the specifics. Don't do it.
These accounts added another layer of credibility to the story of Noah's Ark. Another intriguing proof.
Won't even say anything. He won't say anything about what fucking historical account. What are you talking? And who would be? Here's my thing. Who would be writing that account? Like, oh man, I'm drowning to death right now. But there's a wooden boat. Keep writing.
Spectacular feasibility of building a large wooden ship like the Ark. Studies have shown that ancient civilization had the technology and resources to construct such a vessel. Discovery of ancient boats remains.
The proof is that they could have made a boat back then. They could have made one just like that boat. They had the technology. Boat technology was existent in that time. So proof is proof positive. With proof
remains in different parts of the world. some resembling the dimensions of Noah's Ark, as described in the Bible, further bolsters the case for its existence. Scientific study on the genetic diversity of animal species was providing interesting insight. The concept of genetic bottleneck aligns with the idea of limited numbers of animals paired surviving on the ark.
Oh
Lastly,
God, that one's insane, right? Isn't that like there was like, I can't remember exactly how it goes, but it was like bottleneck, and they're like saying that like the amount of animals like either shrank or like grew or something. And the crazy thing is they're like using genetic they're using genetic evidence or whatever, genetic science to like look at this, right? And it's like, but they reject genetic any kind of genetic evidence when it's like in contradiction to the thing they want to think. But
the search of physical remnants of Noah's Ark continues to this day, with
is that proof?
expeditions and explorations yielding intriguing findings that keep the mystery alive.
So Bigfoot too, then like he's like, but people's looking for it, so I feel like that should go down as one of the proofs. He's like, the people are looking for it, so boom, proof. Yeah.
Now let's dive into the evidence and examples supporting these 7 mind-blowing Noah Arks proofs. Visual
Noah Arks. Dude, just stop and like do a couple takes, man. It's okay. It's okay. The computer will still be there. Like it's were you running out of tape? What are you doing?
aid, historical references, and scientific findings all contribute to the compelling case for the existence of Noah's Ark.
It's funny too, because like I can't really give too much a hard time when it comes to stuff like this. Because I am terrible at these things. But you know what I do? I don't do them. I don't do this. I don't try to sit there and read and write a script and then try to read it. I just ramble for 30 minutes and then try to edit out the parts that are too repetitive.
Form genealogical surveys to ancient texts. Each piece of evidence add a layer of authenticity to this age-old tale. But what about the skeptics? Addressing the potential
he keeps looking up like he's nervous. Like, did you get that? Like, did you notice that I missed that word? Like, yes, we can notice, man. You recorded yourself, dude.
arguments is essential in any debate. Some may question the feasibility of a global flood or logistics of fitting all species on the ark. However,
that one is tough.
Exploring
That's
different
a tough
perspective and engaging with skepticism can lead to a deeper understanding of the topic.
Hey, Top Tester, what's up, dude? How we doing?
Conclusion: the story of Noah's Ark is not just a myth, but a historical and cultural phenomenon that continues to intrigue and inspire. By exploring these ancient mysteries, we gain valuable insight into our shared human history and the power of the storyteller.
That was so bad. How does this guy have 7,000? Jesus Christ, I swear, it's not fair. These fundies, they can be just awful. And everybody's like, subscribe. Like, it's just ridiculous. They like 7,000 for a Christian channel is like, it's like, that's really, really small because they got all those people that just subscribe without even fucking thinking or anything. Jesus Christ. Let's see what Big Nick's doing.
Did you know old historic writings outside of the Bible documented the resurrection of Jesus Christ? Although Jesus...
No, I didn't know that. Wait, so God, he just started so fast. Wait, go ahead.
Did you know old historic writings outside of the Bible documented the resurrection of Jesus Christ? Although Jesus' existence is...
Although! Like this blips. Like, I'm not done with my sentence. This is still the same sentence. I am not done with my sentence.
A historical fact, the topic surrounding his resurrection is debated by skeptics to this day. However, in these old writings by historians who lived shortly after the time of Jesus, they all seem to document that not only did the population believe he was resurrected, but would dedicate a day out of the week to celebrate it too. But before we do a deep dive into these writings, let's get into the intro.
Not when it happened. That was well after the fact. It was like 60 to 90 years later. It was like when they started writing this. Anyway, Jesus Christ. I mean, and I don't know. This is well, hold on. Let me see what we got here. Grand Theft Auto Box. From what I've seen, official Ark design, it only had one porthole. What they do with all the manure? God just whisked it all away. They asked for the animals to hold it in. Just hold it. Nope, we're not stopping again. Okay, we're not doing this. I don't care if you got to go. Okay, we're not pulling over to another. Oh God, just hold it. I don't care if the water's making you have to pee. I don't care. Okay, I know. I have to pee when I hear water too, but I'm holding it. Captain just said it's nonsense. It's nothing to debate, my guy. Yeah, dude. It's just like a. It's just silly at this point. I mean, I don't even know. It's almost like talking about the Nephilim. Like, hey, we don't know for certain that the Nephilim weren't the children of demons having sex with women. So we don't know for sure. Right? There are skeptics that don't believe that giants were born from human women and demon men. So actually, I don't know if it actually went that way. Oh no, it does say women. Never mind. Forgot. Let's see. Oh no, large Nicholas. Yes. Jesus guy's hair. That's a choice, all right. I know, right? What is this? It's the Dumb and Dumber cut, isn't it? It's like straight across. Do that with like scissors. It reminds me of like a monk or something, or a friar tuck or whatever, right? Like, isn't that like, doesn't the friar have that hair or something? I don't know. Hey, Lago, what's up, dude? You made it. All right. Yeah, it is random, actually. Very random. This is my schedule's fucking all around this week. So, and then starting next week, it'll just be all afternoon stuff. I'm just my schedule flips. So I only have evenings instead of mornings. It's really annoying. I know, but let's see. None lived during Jesus' life. All Gospels, 60 to 80 AD. Yeah, way well after the fact. That's when it was recorded. Yeah, and I don't think at the time when it supposedly happened, people believed it. I thought these were stories that came about after the fact, right? I don't think there was anybody at that time recording history that said that, yeah, he did die or whatever, but people believe you're resurrected. I don't even think there was anything that said that people believed that it was resurrected, that he was resurrected from that time. All of the claims came from well after. Let's see. I just got visited by missionaries. Door open. This on YouTube. They did not even get to a point where they tried to pitch God to me. What happened? Hold on. I'm sorry. Let me read that one more time. I feel like I missed something. Just got visited by missionaries. Door open. This on you. Oh, door open. This on YouTube. They did not even get to. Oh, I see. This was on YouTube, and you open the door. Got it. So they saw. That's funny. So this was open. They came and heard me making fun of Noah's Ark, and they're like, we're good. We can actually, maybe next door they do believe in the Noah's Ark story, because it's just you probably don't. See ya. All right, see ya. That's great. That's awesome. All right. Like I said, awesome. My schedule is all fucked up too. I know, right? This fucking sucks. I was not happy. I'm not happy with it having to flip like this. Hey, Logan, what's up, dude? How you doing? And I did just put a video out today, just a little bit ago, that I think is really good. So I worked pretty hard on it too, actually. So if you want to circulate that sucker, that'd be cool. But if you don't want to, that's all right. You can be lame too, I guess, if you want. Gisela said, better take some naps next week then. Yeah, cursed be time zone. Oh, that's right. You're way over there. That sucks. In Norway, right? It's Norway, right? Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Like I said, I just woke up from a day sleep. A day sleep. Okay, usually we call those naps. Okay, that's typically or a cat nap if you're like a older lady that goes to church. I don't know. I feel like they call it a cat nap. Or you're cosplaying Catwoman. She always says that she's taking cat naps. Grand Theft Autobot said, and it's my understanding Jesus was supposed to come back within the lifetime of the disciples. Looks at wristwatch. He appears to be a wee bit late. Yeah, and it does say that. It does say that he's like, that he will return in the lifetimes of the disciples that were there with him at that moment. So yeah, it's fucking bullshit. Yeah, it's funny, and I don't know how I missed that. It's funny too, because like that was in the books that I did actually read quite a bit. Now, a lot of the stuff that we pick apart, like with Ember and stuff, was like Old Testament stuff, like Isaiah and stuff. I didn't read Isaiah, you know. I mean, that's not something I have memorized, but I did really read very closely the Gospels, right? And it says in the Gospels that he would return in the lifetimes of the apostles. Like, why would it say that? And I don't even remember hearing an apologetic for that. When it's like, oh, well, they'll return in the lifetime of the apostles because life was forever. They never died. They're still alive in heaven right now. So it's not contradictory at all. Okay. That's how you get around that. I wonder if they would say something like that. Excuse me. Yeah, fucking chest is gone. Let's see. I was actually watching the regular video and I noticed this was on. And the funny thing is, I was kind of doing that on purpose. I was like wanting to see, like, wait a second, what's going on? I was just watching the video. Whoa, now it's live too. It's going at the same thing at the same time. It's probably not good for the algorithm, but I thought it would be funny. Lago said, his hair looks like a funny hat. Yeah, everyone knows to have a religion, you need to start with a funny hat. That's right. You know what he reminds me of? Have you ever seen the Fifth Element? Was it Fifth Element? Yeah, Fifth Element. There's the religious guy, right? That's talking about the prophecy or whatever, right? And then he's got like his little helper guy, and who I think is supposed to look like kind of like a friar, right? Like a friar tuck or whatever. And his little helper guy has this like this bowl cut Dumb and Dumber thing too. Like it's just like the scissors just straight across. Like I feel like how does your hair does he have to do this every day? I wonder. He has to recut because like your hair doesn't grow that straight, right? Like it goes at different speeds, right? I don't know. I know mine certainly does. I can't keep it even to save my fucking life. Let's see. God. Giselle said, "Yup, right." That's right. By the Bible's own rules, Jesus is a false prophet. Oh, well, that sucks for them. Good thing nobody knows or cares, I guess.
What's going on, guys? It's Big Nick back for another video. Thank you guys so much for coming back to the channel today. Before we get into today,
you are welcome. And you need to like take a breath in between sentences, dude. Holy shit. Like, I get that you want to pack as much into like as little as possible, but not like that. It's actually, y'all are like, come on, grow up. Packing as much and as little as possible. That sounds like a sexual reference. Now, if you want to go to adamandeve.com, you can get all the sexual references that that doesn't make sense. You can have all of the cramming and all of the things that you want. Go to adamandeve.com, enter code word Brently. That's BRENTLY at checkout. And yeah, get your exclusive offer. It's awesome. Okay. Anyway.
Today's video. If you guys like Christian content, please give this video a like.
Oh yeah, if you want to like and subscribe, it's like a little thumb. It's like it looks like a thumb, right? Well, like actually a full hand. It's a hand plus a thumb. I guess the thumbs kind of come with the hand already, but anyway, you know what I'm saying.
Subscribe to my channel down below if you are new, and turn on my post notifications so you never miss a new video. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so let's get into the ancient writings.
Without further ado, let's get into it.
Written by.
And if you want to get into some butts. Okay, sorry.
Do they contain, and why do I have such a good haircut? Okay, actually, forget the haircut part. Roman historian by the name of Suetonius, who was born in 70 AD, mentions the persecution of Christians in his biography of Roman Emperor Nero, where he mentions that Christians were being punished by believing in the resurrection of Christ. It states, punishment was inflicted on the Christians, a class of men given to a new and mischievous superstition, the resurrection. During this era of Christianity, believing in Jesus was met with extreme persecution due to the Antichrist nature of Roman Emperor Nero, who saw Christians as a threat to his reign of
Due to the Antichrist nature of Nero, who isn't he the basis for the Antichrist, as far as we can tell? Isn't that like the most reasonable conclusion to come to about the Antichrist thing? Whatever the fuck, you know what I'm talking about. God, don't make me laugh. All right, this is trying to be serious here. Okay. I'm not going to laugh the rest of the show. All right. That was my not laughing face. What's up? What is it? Well, Lord Dissonant saying something. Does ancient history confirm that aliens hate or are afraid of the name of Jesus? Does ancient history confirm that aliens hate or are afraid? I don't know about ancient history, but there's a lot of claims from modern history, apparently. Or there's one claim of a lot of claims. There's one claim of a bunch of accounts. A single account of 400 accounts. Not even kidding. 400 was literally the number they used. Oh my God. All right. Wait, let's see. Oh, maybe he has an increasing hairline. Look at those eyebrows. Holy shit. I didn't even notice the eyebrows until you said something. Yeah, I mean, he clearly just got a haircut since he's bringing it up, right? And it's like one of those fades. But he has like a light bulb fade where it like comes out on the side. Like, you need to fucking do something else, dude. You need, do a mohawk, man. I feel like that would fix all of your problems right there. You'd look fucking great, actually, with a mohawk. This would, yeah, actually. And then just get you a leather jacket, you know? Man, he would be crushing it as a punk dude. I swear. I think he should rebrand 100% to go full punker, you know, the punker. Like Ember said, weird alien guy didn't go with 500 witnesses. I know, he was like 500 witnesses. Wait, that's nobody's gonna. That sounds way too close to the. Hold on, take it back. Let me. I need a better number. And he should have really gone with something that was like, you know, like 270, or, you know, 273 accounts, right? That makes it sound much more. Why would you make up that number, right? You know, it's just like the women. Why would you make up that women found the body, right? Everybody knows that everybody hates women. I mean, back then. It's so weird when they use misogyny to like prove their thing. I always find that to be kind of funny, right? It's like why would everybody knows that women are garbage and unreliable if they say anything? Why would they then say that it was the women whose account that found Jesus totally like resurrected from the dead? What is Ember? What is the response to that? Like, what have you heard as far as like a counter apologetic to the but women found but women went to the cave and it was empty? Why, you know, they wouldn't write down that women would go to the cave. What's the response to that? I'm just curious. Like, do y'all have a response to that? Because I was reading Bart Ehrman's, but apparently you got to fucking pay for the actual thing. That's like, why would you? He's like, here's my response to this thing, and he like goes through the whole, and he's like, and my response is, you got to pay for it's a subscription if you want the other half of this film. Like, fucking Jesus, are you kidding me right now? So I was frustrated, you know. And then I was like, I I don't have enough money to be a member of this again. You know, I can't keep on doing this. Okay. I like the part. Michael said, I like the part where Jesus led the other zombie, through the streets and no one else noticed. I know, right? The zombie part, they always try to fucking act like that wasn't a thing. Because I feel like that would be recorded, right? Like somebody would write that shit down. Like, are there zombies walking down the street outside? Hold on, give me a pad and pencil. We need to write that. I feel like we need to memorialize this. Okay, there's like fucking zombies writing down zombies walking down the street. Hey, it's Stu. Oh man, remember he got hit by a chariot. He's like, oh god, he looks he looks like he's been better. But how you doing, buddy? You want to come in for a drink?
Power. Some Christians were even ordered by Nero to be fed to lions in a coliseum where everybody could watch their bodies being ripped to shreds. You have to ask yourself, if the resurrection that they witnessed wasn't true and Jesus wasn't God, why would they endure such a brutal punishment for this supposed falsified belief?
Okay, so there's another one. Is this die for a lie? Wait, is that what we're doing? Hold on, sorry. I'm like all over the
nature of Roman Emperor Nero, who saw Christians as a threat to his reign of power. Some Christians were even ordered by Nero to be fed to lions in a coliseum where
Okay, so he's saying like because the threat of Nero or whatever was so violent or whatever, why would they risk that, right? Well, because I think they thought that it was actually true. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter like what if like people can think things are not true, right? And still behave in ways that would have consequences, right? For believing that it's true. But all that does is show that they really the people did believe it. But isn't this like way later and shit too? Because I feel like the Nero thing was well after. I don't know. My timeline is all off. I don't know.
Everybody could watch their bodies being ripped to shreds. You have to ask yourself, if the resurrection that they witnessed wasn't true and Jesus wasn't God, why would they endure such a brutal punishment for this supposed falsified belief?
They didn't witness a resurrection. Nobody claimed to have witnessed a resurrection. They thought they saw him afterwards. That's it. They didn't witness him fucking come back to life. They just thought they saw. Isn't that the guy that was crucified the other day? Look at him, man. He's looking good. Looks like he's doing Pilates. It's like I can't even tell that he was just on the cross the other day, man. That's great. Good for him. Good for him. Maybe he's God or something. I don't know. It's crazy.
The reality is they knew Jesus fulfilled all the Old Testament prophecies. They saw physical manifestations of his power while he was walking on the earth, including him rising from
He fulfilled all of the prophecies that they wrote down in the story because they knew all the prophecies when they were writing down the New Testament.
the dead.
And it's so obvious too. They're like, and then Jesus did this, which is a fulfillment of prophecy. Boom. How many prophecies we at now? Okay, we're gonna get to all of them knocked out by the end of this fucking gospel. I'm telling you.
Appearing to over 500 people. The Bible documents Jesus' appearance to the people after his resurrection in 1 Corinthians 15:3-6. For I delivered to you as of first importance what I also received, that Christ died for our sins in accordance with the scriptures, that he was buried, that he was raised on the third day in accordance with the scriptures, and that he appeared to Cephas, then to the 12. Then he appeared to more than 500 brothers at one time, most of whom are still alive, though some have fallen asleep. Now let's examine
what's with the falling asleep thing? That's weird. He's like, and some of these people are even still alive, although some of them are sleeping. Okay, because I know that can be. I don't want you to mix them up. Okay, I'm talking the people that have died. They're not. I mean, some of them are sleeping, but like, what the fuck? What does that even mean? What are you talking about?
Earlier historical writing by a man who was born almost a decade before Suetonius, imperial magistrate of Roman Emperor Trajan, by the name of Pliny the Younger, who was born in 61 AD, wrote a letter to the emperor.
His name is the Younger. Pliny the Younger. Is that what he just said?
Where he documented that the early Christians would meet on Sunday to celebrate Jesus' resurrection and would chant verses in honor of Christ as if he was a god.
There you go. Fucking proof, right? Proof positive of the proof positive. That's right. Hey, BS, what's up, dude? BS Lewis said, Sean McDowell says we can have high confidence that only 2 of the 12 apostles died historically. What does that mean? 2 of the 12 apostles died historically. Like they never lived, or they didn't die in history. What did they die in the future? How do you even do that? They died futuristically and not history. I don't know what you're saying. I'm lost. uh, Therefore, 10 of them could still be alive. Okay, thank you. I'm like, they got future. What are you talking about, man? I'm lost. Michael said, step method. Prove a historical Jesus existed. 2, he was magical. 3, his magic existed. Wait, right? Oh, no. His magic came from a god. 4, the god was your god. 5, that your god exists at all. You might want to start with number 5. Yeah, dude, because that's the other thing, too. Like, how many other explanations can we have? Like, okay, if, like, just cut out the whole God thing and then be like, okay, Jesus just had powers, or somebody else had powers that just really kind of liked that Jesus guy. Like literally anything. There could be some fucking cosmic, I don't even know, like a cosmic, like Galactus type, like a just picture a giant, I mean he's already giant, but a giant invisible Galactus that just likes to mess around, and he's got powers. He just flies around to different planets using his powers to fuck with the different planets and stuff. Comes here and he's like, oh, they just killed this guy. Whoop, there we go. Now everybody's gonna think he's like a messiah or something. All right, see you guys. And he goes off to like another or another planet to fuck with the people over there. How do you know that's not what it was, huh? You fucking don't. That's what it is. You don't. So that's what I'm saying. Anyway. Oh, we have record of the day. Thank you. Like, okay, got it. That okay. So that they actually did die. Right. It was the one was Zebedee, right? Zebedee. Zebedee. Timothy, son of Zebedee. Is that right? I think that's one, right? It was like, because we don't even really have the martyrdom, right? Is that what you're getting at? They're like, oh, why would everybody die for a lie? And it's like, dude, we don't even have good evidence that they fucking died. They're probably still alive, like Amber was saying. No, but like we don't have evidence that they did die for the beliefs at all. The only one that we have, I think, is I wanted to say James, son of Zebedee or whatever. And that's it. That's the only one that we have evidence for. But it doesn't. A lot of this stuff like doesn't matter because they're looking when you ask them why they think what they think, it's just they don't really have a good answer. I was just watching a Bill Burr thing, and it was interesting because he actually went. It's an old one, and holy shit, there were parts of it that were really fucked up. I didn't realize, like, it did not age well. I was like, oh my god, I didn't really realize he had said this shit about trans people and stuff. But it was like a long time ago. It's like he did a black and white one. And he was talking about how he was taught about religion. And he was like, the reason that he's like, I finally just decided to leave my religion. I don't have one. I don't believe in any of this stuff. And he's like, a lot of and he's like, because all this stuff was taught to me. And he's like, and it made sense to me at the time. He's like, but everybody else's religion sounded stupid. And I was like, how come mine doesn't sound stupid? And he was like, well, because I was taught this when I was a kid, when a fat guy, coming down the chimney to give me presents on Christmas was like a perfectly believable thing. There was a fairy that like gives me money for my teeth. There's a bunny that lays eggs. All of this stuff is perfectly reasonable when you're a kid. And then you grow up. And then you grow up and the stuff each one just gets knocked down. The Easter Bunny gets knocked down. Santa Claus gets knocked down. Like all these beliefs get knocked down, except for the Jesus one for some reason, except for the religious one. And it's just kind of funny because that is exactly what it is. We're like taught this stuff when we were kids and we don't have any kind of critical thinking skills at all. And then we grow up. But as long as you're around people that connect being a good person with being loyal to your family and loyal to their beliefs, because that's what it is. A lot of times they equate being moral with being loyal to the beliefs of the family. This is why they always talk about family, 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 because it's all about the parents controlling the entire family forever, right? Kids can never ever get out from underneath of the control that the parents have on their children or whatever. And then beyond that, it's the pastor has the control of the parents, and then you go down the line, right? It's kind of like a top-down power structure, right? But it all has to do with manipulation, making kids feel like they're doing something wrong, even if they're grown-ass fucking adults, making them feel like they did something wrong because they're just like, yeah, I don't believe in the dude that walked on water and the talking donkey story and all this other stuff. They're like, how dare you be disloyal to your family's beliefs? You're immoral for being disloyal. That's what it is. I swear to God. I know I keep on bringing this up, but it's just been like on my mind a lot lately. So I'm kind of like, that's what it is. It's a fucking loyalty thing. It has nothing to do with like how we know if something is true or not. It fucking has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with how loyal are you to your family. And that's it. Anyway, let's see what we got here. Emerson, I've heard the idea that one apostle is immortal. Okay, just to keep Jesus from being wrong. Okay, sure, why not? If so, that would be a neat trick I'd very much like to see. Yeah, it's Elon Musk. He's just still alive. Like, oh, that would make sense why you're a billionaire. I couldn't figure it out before. I'm like, how is this guy's too stupid to be this successful? I don't get it. And but no, he's been around for ever, right? Ever for thousands of years. Lloyd Disney said, I think that was the plot of a movie. Really? What movie? What, that one of the apostles just kept living forever? Okay. I was gonna say, isn't there like a superhero like that? Like, I feel like there's a super villain, right? God, what am I thinking of? This irritates me. Like I said, I don't know if I've told this story before. But like, I always used to draw a character called the it was like I would draw a lot of comics and stuff, and I had a comic that I made up or whatever called the Dark Angel, and it was all about the angel of death that killed the Pharaoh's son, and the Pharaoh is still alive today because he's like he did the Chucky thing, or he kept on switching, but he like knew voodoo or whatever, and so he kept on switching bodies throughout all the time. And so that's why Pharaoh is still alive today, and he's like this wealthy business. He's Elon Musk, really. And then the angel of death is constantly like thwarting his plans to take over New York City, his new Egypt, So I don't know. That was my idea, but I think somebody should do something with that. So I don't know. I think it can be fun, right? Christians will hate it, but they hate everything, so it doesn't really matter. Like, that's not how the story goes. It's like, I know, that's because that story sucks. I'm trying to make it fun, right? Let's see. Where are we at? What? Sean McDowell says we can have high confidence that only two of the 12 possible items. That's what you're saying, Sean McDowell. I actually just found Sean McDowell. I on my dummy account. I subscribed to his thing, and wow, dude! Like I checked out like just a couple of his videos briefly. I'd never really seen him before, and holy shit, he's stupid. Like, wow, I was kind of blown away by like he did this like reacting to TikToks thing and making arguments, whatever. Wow, really, really bad, just terrible fucking arguments. I was just like, huh, I would think that somebody like you would be a little bit better at this. It was embarrassing how terrible it was. Sheesh. Let's see. Logan said, wait, you drew a comic book? That's so cool. Oh, well, I mean, I didn't like actually draw the whole thing. I had character, and I had and I knew I did draw what the character looked like, but I had the hardest time trying to draw all those little pictures inside all the bubble. No, I just had a concept art, and concept and plot concept. But no, I don't think I ever got to making like a full comic. It's trying to, but I get I'm ADHD. It's really hard for me to. It's hard for me to fucking make stuff. It's really weird. Fun fact: Chuck Norris didn't follow Jesus. Jesus followed him. That's pretty good. I actually kind of like that. That's. I bet you Chuck loves that one. That's one that Chuck just loves. Oh, Chuck. That's right. Chuck. Let's see. Let's see. I recall a movie somebody made me watch, 10,000-year-old man who happened to know Jesus, among other historical things he did, accidentally liked his son. Oh, accidentally. Wow, I did the liked thing. See, it's the fucking Lex Dixia. Accidentally killed his son by telling his story. Oh, yeah, that's too bad. Poor guy. Well, at least Jesus can sort of relate to that. Sort of, Jesus.
The full letter reads this: I have never been present at an examination of Christians. Consequently, I do not know the nature of the extent of the punishments usually meted out to them, nor the grounds for starting an investigation and how far it should be pressed. They also declare that the sum
What?
total of their guilt or
What is
error.
this? The Pliny? What? Pliny the Younger's letter to Roman Emperor Trojan, published in 111 AD. I don't even know if this. For all I know, is with knowing Big Nick, the guy that thinks there's school teachers just lasering fucking demons into children's heads. I bet you this is like one of those fucking artifacts that were like bought by Hobby Lobby that were just Muslims ripping them off. Like Hobby Lobby like got in trouble for like buying a bunch of illegal shit because they wanted biblical artifacts, and Muslims kept tricking them and making them buy stuff that's not real.
Amounted to no more than this. They had met regularly before dawn on a fixed day, Sunday, in remembrance of Jesus' resurrection.
Lefty, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? Left-handed Jedi's here. It was funny too. I thought of you the other day. I was like, somebody put a post on Facebook where it was like, show a character from like another movie or whatever that you think should be a Jedi, right? The idea is like, just like, who do you think should play like who would be a Jedi from like a whole different series or whatever, right? And it's like all these different characters. And I put Hunter S. Thompson from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I think he'd be a great Jedi, right? I think it would be really interesting to see him fighting with the lightsaber. Saying it'd be very, dancey, dance fighty. Ember said Pliny the Younger was a Roman lawyer who wrote a crap ton of letters. We still have 240 plus of them. But wait. Oh, but published like in the Times. Published like in the Times. Interesting. So these were letters from that time. Interesting. Grand Theft Auto, my son. I'm waiting to hear from Pliny the toddler, or Pliny the infant, or maybe Pliny the glint in his father's eye. It is weird to have the younger be referenced, right? Yeah, and he's the younger one, whatever, because clearly there was Pliny, whatever the fuck. And then his younger brother. I'm like, you're Pliny's younger brother. That's you're the no. I know your brother. You're like, yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, everybody knows my fucking brother. I get it. Yeah, cool, thanks. I'm me, by the way. Like, I'm not my brother's brother. Okay, like I'm me. He's actually my fucking brother. Okay, bucko. Asshole.
To chant verses alternately amongst themselves in honor of Christ as if to a god. Josephus, a Jewish historian born in 37 AD, wrote a passage called the Testimonium Flavianum, where he writes about
Yeah, he was born how? When was he born? I'm glad you included his fucking birth year. When was he born again?
the ministry of Jesus, the crucifixion, and the fact that Jesus appeared to them alive after the third day of his crucifixion. The letter
When he wasn't even born, like before he was even fucking born, man. What are you talking about?
reads this: Now there was about this time Jesus, a wise man, if it be lawful to call him a man, for he was a doer of wonderful works, a teacher of such men as
Yeah.
received the truth with
That is it. That's exactly what it is. Oh wow, cool. Left-handed Jedi said, I guess the term junior hadn't been invented yet. No, that's right. That's right. I don't think it had. It's funny. Thank you, James. That's awesome. Really appreciate that. I was gonna say because like there's a couple of people around recently that I thought were members that were not. So I was like, what the fuck? How is this? So thank you for gifting the memberships there. There was just 50 the other day, and I'm like, I need to get and I was trying to find where I could look up like who had been them, right? I can, and it's like, I don't know, I might have to ask Ember about this, but like to see like who was a member for a particular time or whatever, because I want to be able to, to do a shout out. But like, I don't know if I can read 40 names, 40 to 50 names. That's gonna people are gonna get mad about that if I do. No, I'm just kidding. I will do it. I'm gonna do it on the next one. But really, I mean, according to the rules, the only people I am obligated to mention are James and Vonrick. Okay, because they're at they're at the Ray Comfort's dildo up its butt. That's a banana. What is it called again? I keep forgetting the name of the level. It's the dildo banana up Ray Comfort's ass. I always forget it. Whatever the name of it is, but there's two at that level, and that's the level that gets the shout outs, right? So I have to keep going back and be like, what are the fucking rules again? What do we do here? And look, if you do the Dom level, if you do all that one, like we have a hangout where I send out a StreamYard link and we hang out and record it and react to stuff together. So if you wanna hang out and everything, that'd be cool. We're gonna do it once a month for all the Dom people. So okay, that's so funny. Yep, there's one. That was one person. I'm like, what the fuck? Logan's not a what? He's not a member? When did this not happen? What the fuck? Okay. But all right, thank you, Logan. That's awesome. Hell yeah. And like I said, we got lots of good stuff. Oh, and speaking of the member, you want to put the membership back up. Speaking of the membership, man, I put up another video. Was it yesterday? Yeah, of giants. It's like this dude saying that he found giants, or that he believes that they found giant skeletons, whatever. But I do a whole breakdown of it. It's good too. I was actually happy with that one. I actually didn't put it out for the longest time because I thought it sucked. And I don't know why. I like went back and watched it and like was editing it down, and I'm like, this is actually really good. I'm like way too hard on myself. That's the problem with that is. I'm like, you're fucking stupid. You suck. You missed that one delivery of that joke. You suck. Throw the whole thing out. Throw it out. This is terrible. All of it's so bad. What does it said? Mine ran out also. And I'm too poor to buy my own. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, hold on. I tried to go back and give them out the other day. And oh shit. Okay, never mind. We got well, there you go. No, I was gonna go see if I could try to give them out. But there we go. All right, we got like multiple things going on here. Wow. Very cool. I heard they might be giants. Is that a Christian band or is that just a regular band? I feel like that's a Christian band. EB said, "Hey, EB Walker, what's up, dude? I just came into here. Into here, all the Dorn people hang out once a month. All the dominatrix. It's because look, it's sexual stuff levels, right? So you got the all right, so you got the handcuffs and lube, right? that's because they're sub, right? They're the sub for the like, you know, so they have the handcuffs on and then get the lube up and then they get, you know, punished by the dom. And then the middle is just a Ray Comfort thing. It's a Ray Comfort's butt banana dildos up his butt. I don't know what the name of the level is, but it's something in that like thread there. And then the dom is the dominatrix level, right? And that's the highest level, and that's the one that includes a hangout where I send I get put out a StreamYard or maybe I don't know what people would rather, Zoom or StreamYard, either way, but so that way we can all hang out once a month. So yeah, that's the idea there. That's the idea. So yeah, Jay, very cool. Damn. So yeah, Left-Handed Jedi gave them out too. Jeez Louise. We're gonna be back up to like 60 now. I don't even know. We're gonna be up high. Oh yeah. And James, what's up, dude? Nice Jedi. He is a nice Jedi. It's one of the nicest. Much better than those Siths. Those fucking Siths. Let's see. Sith sounds weird. When did they come up with the Sith thing? Was that later? I just always thought it was just the dark side. Did they ever say anything about Sith in the old 4, 5, and 6 ones? This is really deep, meaningful stuff that we really need to get to the bottom of. Go to YouTube chat, click the symbol. I have to do it while it's live, though. That's the problem, right? Because I have to pull up another screen. I got to find another screen and pull it up because show you the freebies you can get. Okay, cool. But yeah, I think I have to do it live though, right? Because I tried to go back and do it afterwards, and there was no $sign. But anyway, those pieces of Sith. That's what I was saying, man. Yep, that's right.
With pleasure. He drew over to him both many of the Jews and many of the Gentiles. He was the Christ. And then Pilate, at the suggestion of the principal men among us, had condemned him to the cross. Those that loved him at the first did not forsake him, for he appeared to them alive again the third day, as the divine prophets had foretold these and 10,000 other wonderful things concerning him. And the tribe of Christians, so named from him, are not extinct at this day. Historians who had no religious
They're
devotion
not extinct at this day. What the fuck was that? Like, who wrote that? Come on. That's not real.
to Christianity all seem to document not only the existence of Christ around that time period, but the fact that many people witnessed his resurrection and were willing to endure extreme punishment for the belief that Jesus rose from the dead. Jesus Christ did in fact rise.
Dude, I always wonder about this too. Like, fucking, and somebody just was like really hard up about but you wouldn't die for a lie. I don't know about that, dude. Like, I really don't. I feel like, you know how there's those people where they just fucking lie so much, and then they're like lying to themselves. Like, they're just lying 6 inches away from the mirror just all the time, right? And so they're just constantly lying to themselves. And then they begin to believe their lies, you know what I mean? And it's almost like you can't tell if they actually do know that they're lying or not. You know, I wonder if people like that, I bet, would die for a lie. Like, everybody makes it like it's such a cold, you know, just an open and shut case. Like, oh, nobody would die for a lie. I disagree, man. I think that there are people that would either be so deluded that they would believe their own lies, or want to go down in history as a fucking martyr, right? And just have, you know, just be known for that or whatever. And maybe they do know it's a lie, and they're like, but it's worth it, whatever, you know. But I don't know. I don't think it's a very good argument.
From the dead and proved to the world that he was God, that came down to humanity to offer the world forgiveness of sin.
That still doesn't prove that he's God. Like, even if he did resurrect, it still doesn't prove he's God. So can that prove that he is actually God? No, man. You'd have to, I don't even know what you'd have to do to prove that you're God. But it's got to be beyond like, oh, I can just come back from the dead.
And have an opportunity.
Dude, what if he just like, what if Jesus was real? What if he actually existed, right? And just was like super concussed or something, right? And like went into a coma for like 3 days and then woke up out of it, right? And then just like just like left in like a daze, went and got cleaned up, and then came out and everybody seen him, and then he died a couple days later. like he came back, people seen him, then he's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go, and then just died. And then they're like, well, maybe he flew away into the clouds or something. I don't know, man. But have you seen Jesus? I haven't seen him since he came back to life.
Opportunity to spend eternity in heaven by believing in him. In fact, his resurrection distinguishes himself from every other founder of every other religion. Because
he'd be saying folks die from systemic lies all the time. Yeah. I mean, look at the fucking the Koresh, right? David Koresh. Like all those people fucking died, right? And they like burned in there with kids and everything. Like it's that shit's fucking serious, right? And they had plenty of opportunity to get the fuck out of there, and they just didn't, because I think they believed in the end. And it was kind of like the end time, you know, they always have like a end times cult kind of thing. They're coming for us, and then they all die. You know, you have to have an end. Lord Dissident said Vader was referred to as Lord Vader in at least one occasion. Yeah, well, he was addressed as Lord Vader, but he wasn't ever addressed, as far as I understand, as Sith Lord Vader. Oh, speaking of which, look, can you see my drink? Nikki got me a Darth Vader drink. I kind of like it. It's kind of cool. I enjoy it. But yeah, but was he ever Sith Lord Vader though? Like I thought they called him Lord Vader, but not like the Sith thing. So when the fuck did the Sith thing happen? And Sith could not sound less menacing. Sith sounds like something you do with sand when you're trying to find shark's teeth at Venice Beach. You know, you're just like shaking, you're just sifting it out, sifting it, right? Like, why? It does not sound scary at all. Why the fuck would they? I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just overly critical of Star Wars, and it's also too realistic. I don't like how realistic Star Wars is. You know, Star Trek is just like so far out there. Just everybody gets along, and everybody, you know, they're so progressive, and everybody's, you know, accepted, and the socialism and all this. No, fuck, fascists are always right about to fucking take over the galaxy. Okay, we're like always this close to fucking fascists, just ending the universe. Okay, that's almost too realistic. You almost kind of want a fun fantasy world where everybody's happy and everybody's equal and everybody has their needs according to their according to their need. I don't know, whatever the means to production. Let's see. Weird how God's chosen ones were persecuted so badly explains the more persecuted you are, the more you're doing the more you know you're doing to the Lord's work. Got it. Okay, attitude. Dude, I don't know why the two and the switch just threw me the fuck out. I was like, wow, I'm never gonna yeah. Well, and I think I don't know, feeling like you're being persecuted is like a hell of a motivator, right? It just seems like that is something that seems to work with a lot of people, right? I mean, look at the fucking Trump thing right now. And now we're going to see him ride this goddamn train till the wheels fall off. They're persecuting me. They're persecuting. I don't deserve. This isn't a hit job. Political hit job. It certainly is. It certainly is. I got to work on a Trump impression. I suck at it. I'm not going to tell him. It's not good. Let's see. Emery said, we know how Anakin feels about sand. It's the most evil thing ever. Right? Because of the people, right? Because he doesn't like those peoples. He is sand peopleist. He is absolutely a sand peopleist. Right? You know? In fact, I'd say, well, he did a genocide. Let's just say, well, was it enough for I don't know. He did. He killed everybody, right? Jesus Christ. I always forget about that part. The genocide that Anakin does in order to turn into the Darth. Turn into the Vader. And Dark Helmet had his men comb the desert. Oh. Okay. Yeah. It's like those, makes me think of those little relaxing things that are at the at your therapist's office where it's a comb, but there's like sand and you comb the sand. It's freeing. It really just, something about combing sand that just puts you in a good mood. You know, you're just ready to spill the guts about all of the abuse that happened to you at the hands of your father because you were in a cult and they homeschooled you, so nobody could ever check. And you had bruises all over. Anyway. But I feel better talking about it because I got that sand to comb, you know. James said, where did you get the atheist patch? I need one for my vest. Oh yeah. It was, where the fuck did I get that? I think I just put in I put in atheist like stickers / pouch, like atheist merch, and it was from Amazon. I don't get stuff like from other stuff. Like it has to go through Amazon because I don't want to have to fucking put in all my information again, you know. So I know it was on Amazon when I got it. So yeah, it's on Amazon. Check it out. I know it's pretty cool, right? I like that one. I feel like it works. Then it's like same color pattern as the upside down flag. It's pretty cool. I like it. Really sells the thing. You know, you don't have to that way when theists show up here, they're like, because people keep thinking, this is how fucking stupid these people are. They keep thinking that my name is the Punk Apostle. People are like, oh man, I thought you were Christian because I read your name. And I'm like, what? Like, yeah, you was like, oh, I guess your name doesn't actually mean that. I'm like, apostate? What the fuck do you mean? That's exactly what it means. But I was looking at it like, that's why they think it's the Punk Apostle. And so I figured this would help. Like, you know, you're not going to be like, oh, unless they, I don't even know. No, yeah, I'm hoping that they would show up and be like, oh no, this is an atheist show. It's like, that'll just get them out of here, right? I don't need their guff. Tired of their fucking guff. Always getting guff. Let's see. Grand Theft Auto said, Brentley, the dark helmet / comb, the desert was from Mel Brooks' Space. Oh fuck, I haven't. Do you know how long it's been since I've seen that shit? Damn, dude. Now you remind me. I'm gonna go back and watch that again. I literally only remember the frog crawling out of the guy's chest and saying, "Hello, my darling. Hello, my darling. Hello, my cat girl." Whatever. That's, I think, the only part I remember, and the part where they're watching themselves. I don't know why that one really stuck. When they're like, "We got to get the script," and they start going through the script to see where they're at. Yeah, I did just watch the other one, the Western one, the other day, Blazing Saddles. That was pretty good. That was funny. I'd never seen him before. And so he's kind of before my time, and I wasn't allowed to watch him growing up. You know what I mean? So, but I did end up watching a bunch of Monty Python though for some reason. I don't know. Don't ask me how things work and why. Wait. So, wait, you're not Christian? No, just a little bit not. Ex-Christian, yes, but no. Yeah, no. People are so dumb. Republicans cutting of education is working to produce dumb sheep that don't question their doctrine. I mean, isn't that just the point? I feel like Republicans do this constantly. Like they get in there and they're just cutting the funding for education. They get in and they not only cut the funding for education, but they wreck it in other ways too. Like by basically being like, oh, they should be able to choose the type of education and be true. Like any kid that could be offended by any kind of anything shouldn't ever have to learn anything about what might be offensive to them. It's just fucking. It's like, what the fuck is the point? Are you serious? Like, I mean, that's the way it is here in Florida anyway. But yeah, and then they want to sit there and say that it's the Democrats that are wrecking everything, you know. It's like I had somebody. Oh, that's a good thing. All right, y'all. I got ahead. That was my alarm. All right, y'all. But I'll be back tomorrow, I think, afternoon. So let's say about the same time. I don't know though. All right, y'all. Stay logical, loving, skeptical, and compassionate. And we'll see you next time.